This week, we've been working on this brand new Golf R Mark 8.5. It's had full paintwork PPF, windscreen PPF, interior PPF, ceramic coating to the whole car, ceramic coating to the wheels, and even number plate PPF. So this car is the new Mark 8.5 model, and let's talk about a few differences between this and the Mark 8. So to start with, we've got a revised new front bumper. The car originally came with the new 8.5 R badge, which was located here in the door, which looks slightly strange. So this customer actually opted to remove that badge and then put the badges on from the Mark 8, and I think it looks much better actually. There's been a few changes in the interior. So now, rather than the two screens with the bezels, we've got this much bigger screen. It's looking really nice actually, much more fresh. And we've applied PPF to all these piano black areas. And then we've applied stealth PPF to both the screens to stop with glare and finger marks. Another difference is this car actually has the new forged alloys. And another small detail that the customers put on this car, floating center caps. So this car has an extremely high specification. It comes in this lovely lapis blue. It has the R Performance pack, which normally would get these plastic sort of trims on the edge of the lower bumper and the quarter, and the same on the front fender and the front bumper. But the customer decided actually to remove these because it wasn't looking too nice, and now it looks really clean, I think. So we've removed those. And another very costly option this customer's opted for is the Akrapovic exhaust. Sounds pretty good. Now let's rewind back to the start of the week where we did all the cleaning, detailing, decontamination, machine polishing, plotting of the film, weeding of the film. Let's see how it started. So the car's now had its basic wash outside, and now it's come into the studio for the true detailing. So what we've done, we've started to remove some of the trims, so the ones on the A-pillar, on the door. We've removed the R Performance package plastic trims, just so we can start to clean the car and really prepare it for the full PPF installation. So as you can see here, we've removed the trim just above the door to get access to behind. One, to wrap the film on the top edge so you don't see any edges of the film. But also, as you can see from this car's long journey from where it's been built, there's a real build-up of dirt and contaminants in this area. So we're gonna give it a really nice, good clean, true detailing, and also we get great coverage when we install the PPF.
Each piece of the film is cut on our plotting machine, and we're using our in-house design studio to pattern the panels and extend all the edges, wrap them wherever possible to install the film to the standard that exceeds industry norm.
So people need to understand, new cars aren't as new as you might think. They have a very long journey from when they're built to when they're delivered to you at the dealership. They're washed multiple times, they're transported on sea, trains, by trucks, and there's lots of improper detailing procedures that are carried out during that stage. And you can see all these minor scratches and swirls that are in the paintwork, heavy watermarks, fallout. So it's really important before we apply the film to do the full paintwork decontamination, multi-stage machine polishing, so when we apply the film, it's on a properly prepared surface.
Hi guys, so full coverage has been completed on the Golf R. We're just getting down to the nitty gritty bits now. Interior is one of them, keys are another one. Obviously keys are very prone to being scratched. You see that one, it's already got some scratches in it. So we're going to take you through the process as to how we make the pattern and protect a small piece like that. So when it comes to smaller components such as keys, obviously we don't have internal patterns from Expel. So what we do is we create the patterns ourselves using a very similar method to vinyl, where we essentially use a backing sort of tracing paper, sketch the pattern and then cut it out by hand. Obviously that ensures that we're not using any scalpel blades on the actual surfaces themselves, which leads to a nice, safe and clean installation.
Just reinstalling the badges, but let me show you how strong the paint protection film is. So wire brush, everyone has seen that. We can scratch the PPF. I'm going to use heat gun to replicate the sun. In a normal condition, when the car is outside, the panel will warm up and the scratches will self-heal. Let me show you the limits of the PPF. So if we use the key and I will apply a lot of pressure, film is damaged. But what happens, why we call this paint protection film, when we remove the film, paint underneath is intact. All you will see the small amount of the residue, just simply wipe off.